That's gonna be fun.
All right, we're live again.
Yay! Technical difficulties have been resolved.
I don't know what the hell happened. Like, what? I'm still confused.
Well, you made an infinite loop, and I'm pretty sure you just broke YouTube.
Jeremy broke YouTube.
Hey,
he broke the internet.
If we can add that as to a notch in the STS Guys belt, as far as like, hey, we broke YouTube, or at least just part of it, that would make me happy.
Yeah, the STS Guys break the internet. Hooray! Oh, that's fun. Let's get our comments back up. Let's see if anybody actually jumps back on.
All right, so
Nerdsmithing's back.
Yay!
Welcome back. The audio version of this week is going to sound really interesting. So,
well, you could just all you need to do, Jeremy, is when you edit it in, just pop up and just have a big audio thing that just says technical difficulties, and then
splice them together.
Splice them together, and
I'm gonna have to do something fun for our audio listeners on iTunes and the SoundCloud and everything.
Hey, so. We made it 35 full episodes and 8 minutes into 36 before ever having technical difficulties like that. So we're not doing too bad.
Like I said, overall, good. Like I said, we're good.
All right. So we were talking Yanny versus Laurel contest giveaway, right? We dropped a video. We've got a giveaway. Jeremy's about to pick the winner of this Bendy and the Ink Machine Funko Pop. So let's do it.
Let me try this again. Uno momento.
Good God, please no.
All right.
And again, we have lots of silence. Everyone hold your breath. Let's make sure that this works.
It's kind of what I'm doing. I feel like I don't want to talk because I don't want to mess it up.
All right.
There we go.
Hey, all right.
STS Guys not online. Okay, let's try this one more time.
Yay!
Silence
Perfect.
Again. Gotta check our Yanny versus Laurel video. This video is only 7 seconds. It actually has 100% view time.
Yeah,
nice.
Honestly, if you can't wait 7 seconds on a video, like you have worse patience than I do.
YouTube comment. Jesus Christ! I can't type.
You're doing great, Jeremy. You broke shit. Now you can't type. I
can't type. Jesus Christ!
The pressure's on. Pressure's on.
Let's grab that link from our Yanny versus Laurel. Let's copy this. Let's put this into the comment picker. Paste. Look, I can actually paste.
Yay!
Duplicate user, so that's why that box is checked by default. We have 35 unique people who commented. There's more than 35 comments there, obviously, but we have 35 unique people. So let's go ahead and draw. Winner is the Bongos. The
Bongos. Congratulations.
That's awesome. So congratulations. We will be sending you the Bendy and the Ink Machine Pop. So Larry's holding it right there, so you'll be able to. So Larry, you want to talk a little bit about that pop?
Yeah, it's a Bendy and the Ink Machine Funko Pop Ink Bendy. I think it's the second series of Ink Machine Pops. So picked it up off Amazon, had it for myself, but you know what? It's going out to you guys. Shout out to the Bongos. Email us your information. You can send it to larry@stsguys.com and we'll get that pop over to you. Maybe send you some stickers and some stuff too. I'll throw the email in the chat.
Buttons too.
We always throw some swag and stuff in.
So someone has their dogs barking. So
yeah,
Scott's dogs approve.
My dogs, yeah, they're very excited about those buttons. Apparently,
yeah.
Okay, well, this has been like the weirdest episode so far.
Yeah, no, I think this goes out to as the strangest one so far.
The strangest as far as like physical events happening. I honestly think McDonald's and when Mayor McCheese got involved, like that is probably the weirdest episode we've ever done. No. Correction. Our weirdest episode ever is episode 16, which is Larry's favorite episode, which is our Star Wars ASMR episode.
Dude, that's the ASMR where also we all went on the rants about Star Wars shows. So
best episode ever.
Yeah, I was to say, I think that is in my top 10 of our shows. It's not hard because we only have 35, but it's still top 10.
I honestly think that's my favorite episode too. Because it takes so many weird twists and turns. I don't know. Maybe Cheese is number 3. Is my number 2 episode, and I think this is my 3rd favorite. So
the one where you broke it.
Yeah, for those in the chat, congratulations. You can basically say Jeremy's an idiot and broke the chat and broke YouTube. It's okay. All right, so in case you guys didn't win that contest, like I said, it's no big deal. Like I said, we are going to be heading up a super mega contest here shortly. Like I said, we have yet to work out the details as far as what that is, but it's going to be pretty special.
Yep, like a week and a half probably from now, or less, we'll officially drop that video. I don't think it's a secret, dude. Like, we're heading to Phoenix Comic Fest next weekend. Formerly Phoenix Comic Con, and Jeremy and I have pockets full of cash, and we want to pick up a special Funko Pop for you guys, so you can win. So it is going to be most likely called the Super Mega Funko Pop Grail Giveaway. We're going to pick up something really cool. Like, these other channels are giving away like Walgreens exclusives or like a Barnes & Noble exclusive. We're going to dig deep and find something really cool and really special to give away to you guys. We just don't know what that is yet because we have to go on the most epic pop hunt. So stay tuned for that video coming probably within a week or so. And at the end of that video, it's going to be the big reveal as to which pop we're going to give away.
Awesome. Also, just want to give a couple shout outs for a couple new people who joined the chat. So only Emily, I said we've said the STS guys have tuned into her channel lately, so she does a lot of live streams. So shout out to only Emily. She's going to bed because it's late where she is. So have a good night.
For most people, like not on our side of the world, it is actually fairly late.
Yeah, it's only 9:21 p.m. here. It's Saturday, so like I said, it's not a school night, so we're good.
You're good. My mom lets me stay up till at least 11.
If we were asking our mom if we could sleep, while we're actually drinking beers on the podcast, we're safe.
I can stay up. She said it's okay.
Not round 2. All right, so we talked Yanny versus Laurel. It's crazy. That internet, like I said, just like all internet hype. It came, it went, it faded, it's gone.
Yeah, except for on like the news. I've still seen like the local news has finally caught up with the internet and they're starting to talk about it recently, which made me laugh because it's always like, oh, you guys are like 3 days too late.
Yeah, that's that's the news. Who watches the news anymore? It's like ratings for chumps.
Nope, old people.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's the elderly love the news. It's like they live for it.
The elderly.
That
was such a nice way to put that, Scott. It's the elderly.
We appreciate all of our listeners, even if you consider yourself elderly.
Yeah.
Hey, we're big in the 65 plus market.
Have you seen our YouTube analytics?
No,
yeah, we are not big in the 60 plus market.
I said if anything, we're big into the we got 2 ends of the spectrum. We have the below 18. And we have the over 35. So
yeah. So, for whatever reason, the one that hits most of our actual like age group don't.
Oh, Chunky Monkey! I said we're all elderly too.
A little bit.
I think I have the rickets.
Yeah.
Scott has shingles.
No, I got lupus.
Oh, lupus.
You get dementia.
What?
I actually probably do, to be honest with you in real life. Like, at least in terms of like early onset, like it may actually be coming true.
All right, so we got a comment in the chat. So from Travis Moore, I said, I actually know this guy. He's actually way younger than I am. He said he watches the news and Jeopardy every day of the week. So congratulations, you were up there with everyone who is 65 plus.
Yeah.
Travis will be filing for Social Security quite soon, so he's counting on those checks coming in the mail the first week of every month.
I was gonna say I've started to get the AARP letters in the mail, so I'm nowhere near qualifying for it. I don't know why they send them to me at this point. I think it's just an awareness campaign that in 30 more years I can join, but the world is coming down.
Here's the thing, so like. I can't wait to start taking advantage. Like I said that's the one nice thing about getting old. Is like I said, as people get older, it's like stuff gets cheaper. So
senior discounts.
You can go to like Wednesday at Fry's or something like that. They have like 10% off all your groceries. We have, like I said, a different price at the movies. Hell, like I said, I'll take advantage of that every day. Chunk mentions that she has arthritis. Only Emily is. It looks like we're naming off game shows.
Yes.
This is what it's come to: Wheel of Fortune, Family Feud. Are we
Price
just
is
gonna throw,
Right.
Are we gonna, Price is Right. We're gonna throw Love Connection on there at some point. Like,
No. So I'm gonna beat everyone in the chat. Not only were we watching all those shows, but we're watching like the 70s and 80s version on Game Show Network.
yeah.
So, the old school reruns. Or hey, how about $100,000 Pyramid?
Ooh.
Ooh,
What was the no whammy one?
No, dude, that's Press Your Luck.
Press Your Luck, yeah.
No whammies, no whammies. Stop.
That show was awesome.
I love that show.
Johnson, do they have the prices right in the Philippines? Like, is that a big thing in the Philippines?
Ooh. Is it like Bob Barker or Drew Carey, or is it like Filipino Bob Barker?
Do they have their own version?
Filipino Bob Barker, that'd be amazing.
Is he just as like crispy?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Did he talk about spaying and neutering animals?
Here's my question: because I haven't really watched all of the Drew Carey ones. Does he do that at the end, or is that just a Bob Barker thing?
I have no idea.
I also do not watch the Drew Carey ones.
I have the only time I ever watched Price is Right is if I'm sick, and ever since I've gotten older, I get sick twice a year. So there's like 2 times a year where I watch Price is Right.
Yeah. When Jeremy and I were going to go to Hollywood, I put our name on the wait list to go to the Price is Right for a live taping. But then like started reading through the rules, and they hold you hostage for like 6 hours before you can actually go to the hour taping. So like pass. Maybe if Bob Barker was still around, I would have. But I'm not waiting 6 hours for Drew Carey.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, that's not worth it at that point. Now, if it was Drew Carey back in like the Whose Line Is It Anyway days, like I would watch that. But not The Price is Right.
Travis got a deep cut in the chat there. Has anyone ever watched Stump the Schwab? I believe it was on ESPN or ESPN Classic. I remember that show. I'm guessing you guys don't.
I do not.
It was a weird trivia show where they had this chubby guy who apparently knew everything about sports, and 2 people like went up against him, and they had to try to stump this Schwab.
Is that kind of like Win
Ben Stein's Money?
Ben Stein's Money kind of deal?
It's like the jock version of Win Ben Stein's Money.
Okay.
Johnson Riverdad has just blown my mind, and they have a Philippine version of Price is Right.
Oh, we need to find this.
Send us links, Johnson.
Yeah, dude. That is amazing.
I gotta see this. I gotta see it.
So dead air.
Yeah, dead air. Hooray! We're having a really bad time of this tonight. So.
Oh my god.
The dead air is the part where Nate would fill in if he was here. So I blame Nate.
Yeah.
Blame the media blamers. Okay, that's looking marking that for later. That's
so all right. Well, let's moving on. Let's talk about Phoenix Comic Fest.
Comic Fest.
Yeah.
All my favorite comics are going to be in attendance. Just kidding. So,
oh my!
I don't know about you guys, but the guest list at Phoenix Comic Fest is pretty great this year.
Are you watching it?
No.
What?
It's Larry. It's because ever since Phoenix Comic Fest changed their name, I say we almost mess up and say Phoenix Comic.
Yeah, I know. I'm Phoenix Phoenix Comic Fest has such awesome it's such awesome guest list. Like William Shatner is going to be there, Michael Rooker,
Mary Poppins.
No,
that's Michael Rooker.
I know. Tim Curry. It's got a pretty great guest list. 2 people that I think the 4 of us are most excited about, though, especially Nate, is Batman artists Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder. They did Batman Dark Knight. No, what's that called? Batman
DC Metal. They did DC
Metal. They did DC Metal, and they did all the Batman New 52 stuff.
A lot of New 52 stuff.
Yep. So that's pretty awesome. So we're totally looking forward to that. Some of our favorite cosplayers are going to be there, like Ceremony, Elena Masquerade, and Darkside Dame. So hopefully we'll be able to meet up with them, maybe get some pictures for you guys. You might want to give us a follow on Instagram at STS Guys. Also be posting up some stuff on Twitter at STS Guys, and maybe even a few things on Facebook at the STS Guys.
Larry, real quick, not to interrupt, but Larry, Jeremy, is that the Tara Reid sign shark?
It is the Tara Reid shark.
Oh yeah, from Bambox.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah. I was disappointed that Dave Bautista canceled.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's a pretty good lineup. So
especially with how awesome a job he did in Infinity War, I would have liked to have seen him. So, like,
he is there. He's just invisible.
Yeah, he's the entire time the Phoenix Comic Fest is gonna end, and he's just gonna be there eating a bag of chips at the very end, be like, I've been here the whole time.
Why didn't anybody want to say hi to me?
Yeah.
Yes, that's amazing. Yeah. So this is officially the first. Larry, I kind of talked to you about this a little bit earlier in the week. Since this is your first, since this is the STS Guys' first convention of convention season, what are some of the must-bring things that you have to have, like to conventions? I have standard gear that I always bring. Obviously, since I do a lot of videography, like I said, I bring all my gimbals and things like that. But as far as the standard convention goer, what are some things that you have to bring?
Man, that's tough. I know everybody's got their list, right? Con tips and all that stuff. This might be the start of the 2008 convention season, but this is my first rodeo. I think I don't have any specific items other than like the phone charger, right? Whatever those little pack things are called.
I was gonna say the battery backup is the
battery backup is key.
The number one item on list today, because especially with newer phones, like especially when you're in those cons, like it drains your battery quick when you're taking pictures and everything. So yeah, that's like number one. Like if you don't bring one of those, you're a fool.
Yeah, and you can get them like super cheap on Amazon. I just thought of something awesome for the STS Guys merch. STS Guys battery packs.
We should.
Like I said,
I need a new one anyhow, so why not?
I think that should go on our official merch checklist of things to have. Is basically a STS Guys branded battery pack. I think it's something everyone can
call it the con survival tool.
Oh, cool. I like this. So no, I completely 100% agree. One of my main things I bring, I said, and this is always a questionable thing, depending on the con you go to, is you got to bring a backpack or like a satchel or something to carry your stuff in. Like the backpack that I have, it literally is like the Swiss Army knife of backpacks. It has 500 million pockets for everything. It's one of those things where, like I said, I have to be able to store my stuff because the battery pack that I bring, it's one of those big fat monster ones too. It weighs like a pound. It's just so that way I can charge my phone multiple times, especially since I'm taking pictures with my phone a lot of times, recording audio with my phone. Like I said, I need to have that constantly charged. But for you comic fans out there, there's something that's really important. So if you're getting signed books and you don't want to damage them and you want to basically not want to carry them around, there's one thing you need to bring. So let me grab.
This thing is actually really cool. For anybody that's looking at it, like Jeremy's brought this to a couple of cons, and I'm always like, I should bring this.
So these things right here. So let me see if you can see that. Oh, there you go.
Yep, there you go.
So these things, they're by BCW, basically comic book supplies. It's these little like Velcro like portfolios things. So they're perfect for comics. You can fit. So I'm actually getting ready. This actually isn't for Phoenix Comic Fest. I'm actually getting ready for the amazing Las Vegas Comic Con, getting all my books ready to have signed. But you can actually store all your comic books in here, so you can actually get them signed. So this one right now, Amanda Connor. Amanda Connor and Jim Palmati are going to be there at Amazing Las Vegas, so going to get their signatures on that. But like I said, you can store about 10 books in here comfortably, so it just keeps them protected. So that way you can go ahead and just throw this in a backpack, and you're good to go. So you can get these for like $10 on Amazon. They're super cheap. So
yeah, they're pretty awesome. I got one. I think you brought one to Amazing Comic Con Las Vegas. And then I bought one for Ace Comic Con that we went to in January. It was pretty rad.
Yeah, I
Works
think
as well.
Ace was the first one that I saw you bust that thing out, and I was like, oh, that thing is awesome.
Chunky Amazon. So just look up BCW comic storage portfolio, and so then it's like the first link that pops up.
Yeah, and like you said, it's $10, give or take a few dollars. Like it was a pretty good deal with that Prime shipping. You'll have it in like 2 days, and you'll be ready to go.
Yeah, so that is my must-have. So Scott, do you have something that you have as a must-have?
You know,
I feel like yours needs to be snack related. What's your go-to con
no,
snack?
I don't. Yeah, hey, fat guy, yay, bring some food. No.
Is that a subtle dig? I didn't mean it like that.
No, you just threw me off guard now. So I guess one of the things is it kind of goes along that is if you have it, like bring multiple things for like pictures and stuff. Like if you're gonna take pictures or you enjoy actually like doing that, like your phone is great, but having like additional cameras and things is always good to have like a backup. Like I have like an actual digital camera that I usually will bring. They tend to work a little bit better. So if you want to get a good shot or something like that, like bring like an extra camera.
No, I think that's a great idea, Scott. I have 3 cameras that I bring typically. So not including the one on my phone.
And bring, if you like, not necessarily because most cons don't allow selfie sticks because you can whack people with them. But like if you have something that you can use to like help stabilize it, like a little tripod, or they have those little like grip stands that you can put the cameras on. If you're walking around the con and you want to show that video to anybody, get something to semi-stabilize it.
Yeah, like I said, even if you don't have so if you're wanting to shoot like a video for like YouTube or anything like that, that video quality is key. So it just that stabilization is you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money. Scott, so for one of our Ace videos, so we had a couple different things working for that Ace video. We had some gimbal stabilization, so a lot of that video was actually gimbal stabilized. But another part of that video is actually shot with a GoPro literally mounted to a monopole. Basically an Amazon Basics monopole that you can pick up for like $15. Looks like a giant walking stick. Actually, it provides like said stabilized video. So it's not too hard to pick up, or so it's not too expensive, but it provides some good stuff. Extra bump in quality to your
and it works really well to surprisingly to change the quality of that video, right? I mean, you think that you're holding that camera steady, especially when you're doing video, but there's just enough motion when you try to blow it up to a bigger screen that it gets annoying. So having just something to help keep it stable is a critical key thing for any con.
No, absolutely.
I feel like half the people who listen to us or more all have YouTube channels. So yeah, if you want to make a con video or any kind of video where you're walking around, you need something to stabilize it. I borrowed Jeremy's gimbal before. Like it's dope. It's awesome. It improves your video quality. It goes from like a 2 to 100. You look so much more professional, so much more legit. If you're walking around there with the shaky cam, I'm not even going to watch your video. So get out of here. So it's definitely a good investment.
Yeah, we have 2 of the gimbals, and they're not too bad. I think they're anywhere from $100 to $150 for a decent entry one that you can get for your cell phone. If you can bring those in, they work wonders. They keep everything looking smooth. Like I said, Jeremy has one, and I have one that we do a lot of our video shoots with.
Absolutely. Well, and here's the thing. So with like any type of like content creation, I said, I know we're kind of going off on a side tangent with content creation rather than just like talking about cons. If you have, like I said, you don't have to spend a ton of money to basically bump up your quality on different things. So like even like the audio, so this, like I said, we're all on $25 mics. You don't have to have, like I said, a huge expensive mics to sound good, like audio wise. Like I said, and then also for our videos and stuff like that. Like I said, it's not the most expensive gimbal you can buy. I said it's bottom of the line. Just make sure to do your research. Take it from other content creators to figure out what they've done. So that way you can basically kind of work together as a community to make the best content you can. Pro tip.
Ooh, word.
All right, so anything else you guys want to talk about with Phoenix Comic Fest? I know it's a little hard.
I actually thought of one other tip.
One other tip. Okay, what do you got?
Which is people fucking bring cash. Like I can don't fall to the prey because like almost every convention center has an ATM. But like, no, if you're going to a con and you know you're going to spend money, bring cash. Like, take what you'd want and be like, you know what, get extra cash. You can always, if you don't use it, you can always put it aside. But like, bring extra cash because you don't want to get killed in fees by the convention center ATM.
Well, so Scott, you bring up a good point though. So even regardless of the fees, so one thing that a lot of people don't realize too is, so a lot of people, like I said, a lot of vendors nowadays they have the little Square credit card readers and things like that, or like I said, either like the PayPal readers or just like those mobile credit card readers. So they have to pay a percentage on top of those in order to be able to take that. So typically, if you have cash, like I say, you have actually a little bit more negotiating power. For basically kind of driving down some prices, because a lot of times, like I said, a lot of the vendors don't take anything at face value. So during our last thing at Phoenix Fan Fest, I took basically this whole pile of books, including I said a first appearance of Black Panther, Iron Fist #1, a whole other basically like early like Bronze Age, Silver Age, some key issues and stuff like that. This whole pile of books that I got for literally $100. I sold that.
Yeah, wait, you got a Black Panther first appearance of Black Panther plus other stuff for $100? Get out of here.
So I negotiated. So now I said be able to negotiate with the vendors. I said don't be afraid to like I said the store number out there, because here's the thing: the worst thing they're going to do is say no. The best thing that's going to happen to you is you're going to save money. Yeah. So that Black Panther #1, like I said, even though I said I liked the Black Panther #1, I liked it. I didn't $400 like it. So I turned around and flipped that on eBay for $400.
So that's you bring up a good point though too, in terms of most of these places, like especially comic shops, there's no actual like general set price for comics. Remember that going into it, because they'll say this is generally what it's worth, but if they don't have a lot of interest in it and they want to get rid of that book, you might be able to talk them down a little bit. Like there's the best thing out there potential is there's price guides that say generally what it's worth, but I mean that's an estimate anyway. So do not be afraid to haggle, do not be afraid to try to bring it down, because like Jeremy said, worst case scenario is they say no, that's what I'm going to sell it at, and if you want the book you can buy it at whatever price they're asking.
Sometimes it depends on how your weekend's going. Yeah. If you haven't sold a lot, sometimes those prices get a little more flexible.
Exactly. So yeah, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to go in and say like, "Hey, I know you have this for $100. I like it, but I want it for $80." See what happens.
Yeah.
Well, especially said you said if there's something you really want that's pretty popular, a lot of times you have to hop on it. But if you want something, if you're looking for something specific where it's not necessarily, like I said, a key hot item at the moment where like you're pretty sure it's going to be there throughout the duration of the convention, go on Sunday. I said the last day of wherever the last day of the convention is. So then you go and then you deal, because here's the thing: none of those vendors want to take any of that stuff home. It's just one extra thing to take home. So I actually have an Iron Man basically statue, so a Bowen statue. These things are like $300. Like retail. I think we ended up getting that for like $110 the last day of a con, just because I said it's big and it's bulky, and I said they don't
want to deal with it.
They don't want to deal with it.
Exactly. Right? You might not get a great deal on a comic book because it's easy to bring home 99 comic books as it is to bring home 100. But yeah, those big statues, big that kind of stuff. Nobody wants to haul that stuff home, man. It takes up space.
Exactly.
Good tips, guys. Good tips. So my best tip, though, is Jeremy dropped it in the chat for all the STS Guys Con coverage, right? We got Phoenix Comic Fest. We got Amazing Comic Con. We got San Diego Comic Con. We got Funko Fun Days. We got some big stuff coming up this summer. You definitely want to follow the STS Guys on Instagram at STS Guys, on Twitter at STS Guys. And hey, give us a follow on Facebook too at the STS Guys.
Boom.
Lots of pictures, lots of stuff. And then, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we're going to be dropping tons of videos too.
Yes.
We're going to be doing recaps on our podcast about all those events too. So you're definitely not going to want to miss out. So sub us up on YouTube, hit that little bell so you get those notifications as soon as we drop a new video or as soon as we go live.
I'm going to say Nate's line. chilling like a villain.
Yep. There you go. So we got a little bit of time left here.
Oh, we have lots of time.
We lost
15 minutes.
We did lose a little bit of time here. So,
do you guys see any good movies this week?
That's why you stole my lead in. God damn you. Yes.
It was a bad setup.
I know at least.
Timesies.
All right.
Well, Scott, does the movie have something that would what you wanted to blow my mind with?
Like it does. It does.
I'm still on edge on regards because Scott.
So there's. Yeah, I'll tell you. I told Jeremy because I asked him about somebody. I was like, "Hey, did you see this?" And he's like, "No." And then my internet cut out right before the show.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't get it. He didn't actually hear what I was saying. So there is something, but let's a little bit later on. I will drop the truth bomb, and I will let you know when I'm going to drop the little bomb.
Okay,
about it.
I'm afraid and excited.
Yeah. Okay. Don't be afraid.
So, did you guys see any good movies this week?
We did. I know at least Jeremy and I did get to go see I guess I'm gonna say it's probably gonna beat.
What's it called, Scott?
I was gonna say it's the #1 movie this weekend, but I was like, fuck, Infinity War's still out, so I don't know. It's probably gonna beat Infinity War this weekend. We all went to go see Deadpool 2, except for Larry. Larry did not get to go.
So the we all is really Scott and Jeremy.
Scott and Jeremy. Nate, I don't think he got to go either. So Jeremy and I went and saw Deadpool 2.
How was it?
I thoroughly enjoyed the movie.
I liked it. I didn't Deadpool 1 like it.
No, okay. So I went with my brother-in-law, and he made a very good comparison. Deadpool 1 was, I think, better in terms of like the movie overall and the length of the story and everything. We thought that was a better movie. This one had some points though that had like specific points in the movie, like I'll say like little segments that were really awesome, and I think beat a lot of the things that happened in Deadpool 1. But overall, I think the movie itself was not quite as good.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I'm gonna give my overall rating right now, even before we start talking about
Ooh.
it. For me, it was 2.5. Like I said, it was like I said, it was good. Like I said, I liked it, but like I said, it's if I rate Deadpool 2.5, like I said, my Deadpool 1 is 3. So like I said, it's still on par, but like I said, it's just slightly lower than the first Deadpool for me. Yeah. And it's honestly just because of and I knew this going in, is that you're gonna have aspects of the humor which are gonna be forced, and like we kind of talked about this a lot on last week's episode, and being kind of nervous for basically a sequel of Deadpool 2, and like I said, and it kind of basically kind of confirmed it for me. It's like I said, there's a lot of stuff that's kind of forced. And there, but then there's other stuff though. Like I said, there's other things where it had some of the best surprises of of any movie that I've ever seen.
So I'll give my rating because I'm actually pretty close in line with you. I give this one a 3. Okay. This is a 3, and
is that the lowest ranking you've done?
No, I've had probably, but like because Deadpool 1 I think was about a 3.5 for me. So this one it wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good as the first one.
Yeah.
And I was really glad that it even though there was some, like what Jeremy said, some forced humor stuff that you're like, no, yeah, like I'll hand it. The baby legs thing was kind of drawn out. Like I think it went to be funny, but it slowed down some stuff. But it did not fall into the trap of the sequel that a lot of sequels show up, where like like they try to one up the prior one or the first one, and it ends up just crashing and burning. Like they did try to do that, but they still had enough points in there where I was legitimately laughing in the theater. That it was definitely worth it, and it redeemed that movie very well.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the thing with me is Tyler. The X-Force stuff. Yeah, this is gonna be a non-spoilery type of talk regarding Deadpool 2.
Except for that a couple of the mind blowing thing is a little bit spoilery, but I'll warn everybody before it goes on. So, Jeremy, do you want me to let's just do it now since I know you're waiting. So,
here, let's talk a little bit more real quick.
All right.
I got a couple more points to make about it. The only other thing that was weird about it, and the CGI was terrible.
Yeah, like some of the stuff with Colossus and
it was bad. Like
really
bad.
It was clearly CG at a certain point, and like even when they had him doing some of the stuff like Deadpool moving around, like you could some of the stuff didn't look natural. You're like it was like Blade 2 when they're fighting in front of the floodlights bad.
Yeah, like
Blade 2 from like 20 years ago.
Yeah, like it was bad.
No, I stand by my statement. It was like when they're fighting in front of the floodlights, Blade 2 bad.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I was shocked about how bad it was for being a modern movie, and like I said, I'm glad someone else agrees with me because I thought it was just tainted because I thought Infinity War and I said the CG in there was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it really was. I think it was mostly, and Jeremy, you can probably think, was it Colossus? I think that got you a lot.
It wasn't Colossus. It was
the other one.
The other big
Colossus. Those two, like some scenes with Colossus, and then there's another character that CG kind of was sketchy, but.
No, yeah, Tyler.
Tyler's jumping in there. Same thing. Yeah,
you're exactly going exactly. Yeah, the surprise character, the CGI, and that character, it was terrible. I'm surprised, like I said, that it as bad as it was for a modern movie.
Yeah, but I think it honestly with the surprise character though, the cartoony feel of everything, it kind of fit. But yeah, it took you very much out of the movie at that point.
No, so the thing I did like about it is I loved all the little Easter eggs.
Oh yeah,
I don't even call them Easter eggs. I don't even know
the cameos. I think are the best way to put it.
Cameos, yeah, I probably say cameos. Little cameos that were basically sprinkled throughout.
You mean like the entire cast of
X-Mansion scene?
The X-Mansion scene with the entire cast of the Phoenix movie that's coming up here.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Where it actually leads even more credits to the movie that they just actively avoid Deadpool.
That part was great. Honestly, I said probably one of my favorite parts is it's even spoiler. Is basically where Deadpool's riding around in Professor X's wheelchair.
Right, just driving around through it. The other thing too is at the end. I will say that like. Because there really wasn't an end credit scene, but they had the mid credit scenes where he was doing the mid credit thing, like all the stuff that he does going back and like those little quick cuts of stuff that leads throughout the movie. And then he goes and readdresses some of those things. Like that was probably my favorite scene. Is literally what happens in the credits.
Yeah, no, that was probably one of my favorite scenes. Is what happens in the credits too. Versus the initial the initial credit scroll, like I didn't like that because I'm like, okay, they did this, and that was the one thing that they did last time in Deadpool. And I'm like, well, okay, it was catchy. Like, hey, this is directed by some asshole.
Yeah,
this is the starring, this douchebag or whatever. They did the same thing again, which I'm like, eh.
So I didn't actually even read half the stuff that popped up because I was laughing my ass off that they did a James Bond style opening though.
Yeah.
Like it cracked me up because I loved watching the old like Goldfinger and all that stuff where they had that weird catchy like kaleidoscope style intro, and the fact that they threw one of those into the movie as the intro was phenomenal.
What do you think of the soundtrack?
Honestly, I loved it. Like all the weird songs that they brought in. Like they had like a couple different versions of, "Take on Me." They're fighting to "The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow." Like
honestly, like I said, my favorite one because I said it didn't fit at all. But I said it just worked with the scene. Was that in the very beginning of the movie when they're playing 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton?
Yeah, I'm working 9 to 5. Yeah,
Yeah, that said that. See, here's the thing. So the very beginning of the movie, I thought was great. I liked the initial kind of thing up until I said that apartment scene, and then I said the whole middle of the movie. I'm like, okay,
Meh.
yeah. But then the end of the movie got better. Like I said, once we got the flash to X Force.
So I also, when you talk about music, dude, I actually want to see if they have the soundtrack out already, because I want to download and I need a copy of the X Force rap. That and the
Yeah, I think it is. I'm trying to see what's on there. But I think I found a list where it says looks like you can get it off Amazon or it's on iTunes. So.
yeah, there's another song that's at the very end of the credits, because I waited till the very end just to see if there's anything that popped up. And there wasn't like an end credit scene, but there was a special song at the very end that pops up.
Yes. Here. Let me see if it's on Amazon.
Was it "In Your Eyes" by Peter Gabriel?
No.
I think it's that Bangarang song, isn't it?
No. It's
final song of the end credits.
Yeah.
"You Can't Stop This Mother Effer" by Tyler Bates.
Yeah. So if we can't play that song, but because it'll give away the there's a special character that shows up. There's a hidden character. They did very good on this one about not bringing up any of the stuff in the credits or in the trailers to hint. I thought X-Force would have a much bigger part in this based on the trailers.
Remember last week when I was worried about X-Force ruining Deadpool 2?
they don't ruin Deadpool 2. They make it better. Probably one of the funniest scenes in the movie is that entire sequence.
Yeah.
So
how is Zazie Beetz as Domino? Because I love her on Atlanta. How'd she do in this movie?
She did good. She did good.
I think she played. I would have liked to see honestly more screen time with her in it.
Yeah. They make the joke in the movie too about her power. You control probability around you unconsciously, right? How are you going to show that in the movie? They did a very good job about kind of hinting towards what her mutant power is. So they did a really good job portraying her
with some bad CGI.
Some bad CGI.
No. So Scott, I'm curious. What did you think about Josh Brolin's Cable?
I actually liked him a lot.
After seeing him as Thanos, I didn't like it.
Yeah, so
he was way better as Thanos than Cable.
I had to kind of separate it from his Thanos via Cable.
But how can you? You just saw that movie 2 weeks ago. That's bad timing for Deadpool.
It was bad timing. I mean, good timing for Josh Brolin, by the way.
It's the summer of Josh Brolin.
It really is, because he has that Sicario sequel coming out the end of the summer too. So 3 potential big movies for him. Good job, Josh Brolin. You've come a long way since Goonies, bud. But he did good. You have to separate the characters out though, because Thanos, he did amazing as Thanos and kind of bring it in. And then Cable is such a vastly different character.
I know he's a vastly different character, but
it was hard.
He didn't make me feel like that he was he was involved in his mission. Like I said,
he seemed a little I'm here to, these people killed the things. I'm here to avenge them.
Yeah, well, so they
show a little goddamn emotion.
So they offed his family, it's just he's. And that's why that was his whole passion for doing so.
He's not like a ball of rage. He's just cool, collected. Yeah,
exactly. So, which I'm just kind of reading the comics and stuff like that. Like I said, he's a very, he's not a very emotional person by any means. But at the same point in time, he's more bound by his convictions. I think in the comics. I don't know. Tyler, like I said, you're exactly right. He felt very Terminator-like. Which I don't know, and maybe that's what's throwing me off too, is because I'm I see Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator, but I don't see necessarily Josh Brolin as the Terminator.
Well, especially because they make fun of his height at 5'11". That he's actually the actor is shorter than Ryan Reynolds. So, um, so speaking of some of the things, so we talked about some of the little surprises that pop up. So, Travis asked if he's a better antagonist than Francis.
No,
Not really. I think Francis was a little bit better, but Cable. They did. I'll say this with the movie: they did a very good job about changing the antagonist often throughout the movie. Because Cable's the bad guy, then this person's the bad guy, then another guy becomes kind of the bad guy. Like, there's never really a set bad like antagonist in the movie until really the end, and you figure out what kind of what's really going on and a lot of the background stuff. Without spoiling too much, Cable is not necessarily the only bad guy in the movie, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, he's a bad guy for only, the middle section. But they did a good job transitioning it into different ways. I don't know, Jeremy, what did you think about that?
No, I agree with that. Like I said, it just and I think maybe that's what also kind of bumped down the movie a little bit for me. It's just because, like I said, because of Cable. I think I was anticipating so much because, like I said, I can't wait for this to come out on home release. Just so that way I can go through and give it a fresh watch. I still think since I've had basically, it's been, a Brolin bro fest and I've been overflown with Brolin love over here
with Purple Brolin.
Yeah. So when he did such a great job as Thanos, and he basically made, like I said, just because he made sense. Well, I think because Thanos made sense with what he wanted to do, and Josh Brolin came through and delivered that in such a way where, like,
you believed him.
Well, technically Thanos wasn't a bad guy. Like,
you believed him as that character, as Thanos.
Yeah.
Like, he portrayed it well, and that you could feel like when he talks, he had a range of emotion.
Yes.
He wasn't just grumpy old man.
Yeah, so Travis says Francis was the weak part of the first one. Seemed like he was just a dick for the sake of being a dick most of the time. You can cuss in the chat, Travis.
Yeah. You don't have to start out there. I think I've said fuck at least twice already in this stream. That makes number 3, so you're fine. I would agree to that. Like, Francis seemed like just an unnecessary asshole in the movie, but
here's the thing. I think that's what made the first Deadpool so good, though, because it literally served just the one purpose of pissing Deadpool off.
Right. Well, and I think the reason I like the first one too is it was a simple revenge story.
Yeah.
Like, it was a straightforward. They didn't try to throw in twists or have all these things. It was this guy Francis dicked over Deadpool. Deadpool wants to kill Francis. Go. Right? Like, that's the movie. Whereas this one is like, we have time traveling, grumpy old men and a fat New Zealander, and Deadpool caught in the middle of it. So
yeah. So I think, like I said, it's just I'm looking forward to a home release so I can give it a fresh watch again. But like I said, for me right now, I said I wasn't as thrilled with Cable as I could have been.
So, all right, so let's go into the thing that I thought was one of the most hilarious thing was the 3.
Wait. It's also, would you get a spoiler?
I'm not going to do. I can do this without spoiling.
Okay.
The thing is one of the characters. There's 2 cameos I picked up on, and then when I looked it up to confirm my suspicions, I found a third here. So throughout the X-Force thing, they talk about the character Vanish, right? The invisible guy. The one time it shows him in non-invisible form for a brief second. Did you see who that was?
I wasn't paying attention, obviously.
So if you didn't pay attention, you missed it. That was fucking Brad Pitt, dude.
I'm trying to. When was it by? Like, what scene was it by? I'm trying to picture.
When by the power line. Yeah, the invisible guy.
I must have missed it then.
Yeah, it is flat out when it shows Vanish for the first time. Brad Pitt. He's in it for legitimately 1 second. Shows him in the non-thing. He was in it just for that scene.
Like I said, I thought it was clever seeing Stan Lee's cameo, which was it was a cameo without being a cameo.
Yeah. So go into that one, and I'll tell you the other one that I noticed as well that I thought was hilarious.
You know what I'm talking about? Do you know where he was?
I didn't actually see Stanley.
All right, so the only place you see Stanley is when they're flying down. When they're flying down on the entire side of that building, it's graffitied, basically a giant Stanley.
So they're going through here. So the other cameo.
Wait, Stanley's not actually in it. It's just a picture of Stanley.
Yeah, it's a picture of Stanley.
They're going the Netflix route with that one, where they just have a random picture of Stanley at this point. So the other thing I thought was quite hilarious is because I picked up the voice as soon as he started talking. The redneck that's talking about toilet paper and using baby wipes.
Yeah,
the two of them I picked up on. Well, I didn't know one of them, but I knew one of the two.
Oh, what's his name?
So that's Alan Tudyk.
Yeah,
or Tudyk from Thing is one of them. Matt Damon is from Firefly.
Yeah.
Matt Damon is the other one. The one that's actually talking about toilet paper, I'm pretty sure, is Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
He's talking about the best way to wipe your ass throughout the movie. So, but like I said, the thing is, when you go back, and anybody who watches the spoiler thing, take a look when Vanish has his big moment in the movie. This is the best way to put it. Take a look at who the actor that plays it, because I was with my brother-in-law, and both of us looked at each other and was like, was that Brad Pitt? And when I got home, I pulled it up on IMDb and validated it that he is actually credited in the credits as Vanish. It is Brad Pitt.
So here's one thing that I'm interested in. Is what do you think this movie's gonna make this weekend? I think the box office is going to be. I think it's going to be just because people were looking forward to it. I think because of the first one,
it's going to be big. Like, I think it's going to have a big opening.
2 million opening weekend domestically. I'm putting it at 141.
Yeah, because I'm going to say it's not going to get as big as it would, because there's still those people wanting to go to like Infinity War, and because Deadpool is the rated R, right? You're still going to alienate a big portion of people that are still going to go to that. So yeah, I'm going to say 150.
Yeah, which was funny is there was a ton of kids in ours. In our showing, there's a ton of kids.
Really?
Tons of them.
So my quick Google search is leaning towards 130, but that was from yesterday. Yeah. So 150 is not out of the question.
That's 141.
No, and see, Tyler brings up a good point. He's like, I was hoping Vanisher wasn't actually even in there because he's, from X-Men. I actually was really hoping that they were going to call him, the Vanisher for the whole time. But it was just going to be an empty, like, parachute when they're jumping out. There wasn't anybody actually there. I thought was going to be really funny when they found out. And then what actually happens turns out to be way funnier when you realize it was, they paid Brad Pitt, I don't know how much money just to be in it for a split second.
I don't think they paid him. I think he probably wanted.
I think he probably did it for fun, because if I had a chance to do that in the Deadpool movie
with Matt Damon in Thor Ragnarok, he didn't get paid for that. He did that for fun.
I heard that Matt Damon in Ragnarok, right?
Yeah,
with the actor Matt Damon. I heard he died when Thanos snapped his fingers.
They said they did say that. I
read that same article where it went through all the characters basically like alive or dead.
They had
like Matt Damon was on there.
The directors of the movie or writers of the movie got involved to be like, yeah, these are the ones that lived and died, and they're like, was it Liv Tyler playing Betty Ross? Like, oh, she died. Like,
of course she did.
The character that we haven't seen since Incredible Hulk, like, who cares? Like, you obviously are not bringing her back in anyway.
Natalie Portman, though.
Natalie Portman, they said she's still around.
No, I thought she died.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
She was alive.
I thought they said she was she still made it through.
I thought she was alive.
What's her character's name?
Gene Foster.
You,
Foster.
oh yeah.
Gene Foster.
Yeah.
So
like I knew you knew.
So there was the one thing I did get annoyed by is a lot of the answers though to the questions when people were like, "Did that person live or die?" They're like too spoilery to reveal. How is it if Korg and Meek live that's going to be spoilery? Like, what point does Korg have in the next one that it's going to be spoilery to know if he lived or died?
People really liked Korg though.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's like first off, I'm probably going to butcher his name, but it's Taika Waititi who did Korg.
He did good.
I am so glad that he did because he is utterly hilarious.
Oh yeah, you guys are right. Natalie Portman was the one who got the too spoilery.
Yeah,
so they didn't officially say.
So apparently, Natalie Portman, Korg, and Meek are all hanging out on Too Spoilery Island to let us know if they died with the snap.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like I said, if it kind of holds true from what we've seen from some of the snapshots from Avengers 4, where it seems to involve some time travel, it wouldn't surprise me in the least bit if Natalie Portman
shows back up.
Because I was reading an article the other day that she's actually changed her tune regarding the Marvel movies, because originally she didn't want to have anything to do with them again, but now I've read an article the other day that said she's open to returning.
Yeah. She's open to return. Yeah, now that they make
billions instead of millions
dollars at the box office, like maybe I'll come back and be part of this ginormous.
She wants some of that cheddar.
Yeah, like if I was an actress or actor, I guess I don't know why I had to be an actress, and was like, I'm out of this movie, and they're like, dude, it makes $1 billion, $2 billion. It's on track to make $2 billion worldwide, and you're gonna get 1% of that gross. Yeah, fuck it. Okay, I'm coming back. Like, I'm gonna be in that movie. Like
1% of the movie and still make a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, like I'm coming back. Sorry, I will change my tune. I am not that morally standard.
Like there's a good chance she's gonna be Thor. So like that would be pretty cool. Like, right? She saw all the money that Wonder Woman made and how cool that was and empowering for women. Like, come on, Lady Thor, make it happen.
Yeah.
Do you guys still like Natalie Portman?
I don't think anybody really likes Natalie Portman anymore.
I
don't even think Natalie Portman likes Natalie Portman anymore.
No, I just want to see what's her face again. The
friend?
No, the big boob lady from Two Broke Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has no the one that has no real need to be in the movie except for comic relief and didn't do that.
Yeah, Kat Dennings. Yeah, she needs to be in there again. Yeah. Like me some Kat Dennings.
I did not realize the Tara Reid shark squeaked.
It does.
Deadpool. So, quick question: does Deadpool dress up like a pirate in Deadpool 2?
Nobody does dress like a stripper.
That's not a pirate.
Close enough.
No, that's what's funny is, like I said, a lot of the merch and stuff where like it shows that Deadpool dressed up in different things. None of that is actually in the movie.
Yeah, no. Like I said, they did a really good job of hiding a lot of the stuff in the movie that actually happens, and it was kind of in like Infinity War style where you saw the stuff and you thought like, oh, I kind of think I know what's going to happen in the movie, and like tons of stuff didn't happen, or the way it is portrayed in the trailer, it doesn't happen the same way in the movie. So you go into it thinking you know what's going to happen, and none of that really goes on.
No, I actually think in some respects it actually did a little bit better than Infinity War with like giving some like crazy awesome surprises. Like I said, the whole X-Force scene was fantastic. That was actually that to me made the movie.
Yeah, that was the one scene where I was legitimately like laughing out loud. Like I couldn't help it, and I had to say it, but like this is one thing. Was it Bill Skarsgård is one of the characters? Zeitgeist, right? I cannot see him as anything but Pennywise anymore. So when I saw it, I'm like, it's Pennywise. Like
Pennywise, a dancing clown.
Like I cannot separate him from that character. It was very interesting to see him there.
Out of everything, though, definitely go see Deadpool 2. Like
go see it. It's a fun ride. Like it's an entertaining movie at the very least. You will get your money's worth to go see it. Yeah.
So for the STS Guys pick of the week, as for something to watch, Deadpool 2.
We dug deep on that one, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, this is off topic. I didn't even tell you guys I was going to talk about this. Have you guys started watching Cobra Kai yet? Have you watched at least
No,
the first 2 free episodes?
No, but I've heard good things.
I have heard good things.
Well, because go watch them, please. I don't know what the hype about. They're fucking terrible.
Are they bad?
Really?
It's so bad. Like, it's really bad. And
Yeah.
it almost might be so bad that it's good. And I think that's where a lot of people are going. It's terrible. What the heck is his name? Not Ralph Macchio, the blonde haired kid, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Johnny, whatever his real name is.
Whatever Johnny's real name is. He's a terrible, terrible, terrible actor.
No way. Not the guy who plays Johnny, because he's done so much since 1985.
Yeah.
There's like no movies he hasn't been in.
It's okay. So what is his name? I'm IMDbing right now because
I believe he was at Phoenix Comic Con last year.
yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible.
All right, you're the first person I've heard who said bad things about it, though.
William Zabka.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
dude.
So,
All right, we're all gonna have to watch it, and
yeah.
right, we have at least one episode planned for next week, but maybe in 2 weeks, all of our favorite listeners get ready to talk Cobra Kai.
So
Yeah.
if you haven't watched it, you can watch. So you don't have to sign up for YouTube Red, whatever. I didn't even sign up. You can watch the first 2 episodes. So basically, it shows the side of Johnny and then the side of Daniel LaRusso, kind of like of what they have going on. So definitely give it a watch. Let me know what you think because it got me excited because like I said, everyone was basically giving this like show such high praises. And I just didn't see it. It's terrible. And then there's a part where Ed Asner shows up. Like,
So I haven't seen.
they dug deep and pulled up the Ed Asner.
God,
Yes.
they dug him out of his grave. That
Yeah,
guy's
basically.
old.
Well, and like all I have to say is I've seen just the scene where Ralph Macchio comes in and basically confronts him, and the guy's like, "Oh, I beat up those kids because things." I was like, "This is the worst acting I've ever seen. Like, you guys are awful."
So like I said, and it might be on the verge of it's so bad it's good. Like
I'd have to watch more of it.
right now, so I watched 2 and it's terrible. I'm tempted to sign up for the full 30-day trial just so I can like buzz through it real quick because they're like little half-hour episodes.
Did they drop all of it at once?
Yeah, it's all done at once.
It's
Okay.
out there.
But you can, like I said, you can watch the first 2 for free. The other 2, you can the rest of the episodes you can watch if you sign up for YouTube Red. If it's your first time signing up, you can get a free 30-day trial. Like,
Nice.
I might do that.
I'm pretty sure my uncle Cody signed up for YouTube Red, so I'm gonna have to go over to his house and watch it.
So
Cody is always coming through.
they said Droobs, one of our listeners here, brings up a thing that says I feel like it's a money grab. I mean, yeah, it really is. Bring back the old school Karate Kid. Ralph Macchio has nothing going on. Like, most of those characters haven't really done anything recently.
Like we all, like the collective we all, right? Us 3 plus everybody in the chat. We all spend a lot of time on YouTube. Did anyone have a YouTube Red subscription before this? Like,
No.
I knew it was a thing, but like I didn't ever cared about it. Let me know, guys, like in the chat. Did anybody have YouTube Red? Or did you just ignore those ads and just wait for them so you could hit skip as fast as you can so you could watch other people's content?
Well, luckily, I said the STS guys aren't monetized yet, so you don't have to watch any ads.
No.
Yeah, I was going to say us, but no, we're not privileged enough to have that. So
We're not special enough yet to have ads. I say
Whatever.
yet because we are not above the money grab. Like,
No, well, because as soon as that monetization hits in, I said all you guys are getting ads. So
yeah, like, not to say like screw you guys, but like at a certain point, these ads are coming on. Like, they're gonna be on there. Hopefully,
See,
Fingers crossed.
Johnson, Travis, everybody's like, no YouTube Red, just
Yeah.
skip, right?
I delete every time. No, not now. Like, it's
I never saw the point. I still don't really see the point, but I guess people are going to sign up so they could watch Cobra Kai.
yeah, like, no thanks, YouTube. I have cable.
no, thanks, YouTube. I can always go over to Uncle Cody's house.
Yeah, Uncle Cody is a wonderful friend.
He's a good uncle.
He is always
Good uncle. Except he didn't have Deadpool 2, so I actually had to go see it in the theater.
Mm.
well. I said well, some of those movies I see you had to go see in the theater, anyways.
Yeah. Right, with like Hulu, Netflix, and now YouTube. Like, first off, what outside of like Cobra Kai, like their first real piece of original content, what does YouTube Red really have to offer other than you gets rid of ads?
So
Like-
they have other original content, I think.
You
I know.
think.
I know of one. I know of one other thing.
Good, because that's a selling point. I think they have other shit.
So I know of one other thing. YouTuber Dan TDM, who does like Minecraft videos and stuff, he has like an animation series, I think, on there.
Ooh.
So I want to say there's a few things out there, but there's not much.
That's really grabbing my attention.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's bust out the Google machine and best stuff on YouTube Red.
It's going to be a list of 3 items.
Yeah, you got well. Number 1 is Cobra Kai.
Woo! The best they have to offer is Ralph Macchio acting.
According
And I
to
do that with air quotes.
according to Ranker.com, number 1 is Cobra Kai. Number 2 is something called Minefield with some guy named Michael Stevens. Number 3, Scare PewDiePie.
Oh. Wait, they didn't kick him out for saying the N-word?
Well, you know, people wanted to watch him on YouTube Red, so it was okay.
Can we also talk about how awful the name YouTube Red is?
It's not very good.
It's terrible.
Well, first off, there was a adult site called RedTube for the longest time, and then YouTube Red.
Like the red light district, right?
Yeah,
like,
red light and things like it came through. It was like YouTube for adults, and then YouTube came out with YouTube Red. I'm like, people are gonna get that confused. They're gonna go to the wrong YouTube.
Well, so they're better. Like I said, even if they call it like like YouTube Elite or like this, like something other than YouTube Red.
YouTube ad free. Just call it what it is.
YouTube Premium.
Oh, whoa, Larry, you just dug a little deep there.
Let's go the Hulu route. Say YouTube Plus. Like
yeah, YouTube Plus. Our Tube.
Oh,
TM.
sweet.
Right. So Troops brings up a good point. The YouTube logo is already a red logo. So when you call it YouTube Red, like, isn't that a little redundant? Like,
I feel like that was how the meeting went down. They're like, what should we call this thing? And they're like,
Red.
They're like, that's a great idea. Our logo is red. People identify YouTube with red. No.
Or how about this? YouTube Play. Because they're the icons to play button. Oh, wow.
Yeah, but then people get too confused with Google Play.
Yeah, right. Google. Well,
They're
Google owns them.
It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. I think that does it for tonight, guys.
Good, another tangent for us.
All right.
So we've dropped some awesome videos on our YouTube channel this week. We haven't talked about that in a while. Nate did a couple God of War live streams, including one on Monday where he beat the game.
Yeah.
So go check that out. You can see the ending of God of War. I played Splatoon 2 live on YouTube on Monday. That was fun. We dropped... What was that?
Larry splatted me.
Jeremy joined. Right, I was running the live stream, but Jeremy joined in. We had a bunch of other friends from the channel jump in there too, so that was a good time. If you guys want me to do another Splatoon 2 live stream soon, let me know. We'll try to hook that up for you guys and maybe get some more people in. I unboxed that Funko Pop Black Panther Target exclusive T-shirt pop glow in the dark thingy combo. That was good. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. I think those are still in stores. So check out that pop. It's probably one of my top 5 pops of 2018. So definitely go check that one out. And then I think I did something pretty cool. What we posted up yesterday or the day before. We got a new sub box. I opened up that Wrestling Club. It is a wrestling themed subscription box. And you get a shirt, you get a pin, you get an autograph. It's pretty awesome. So go check out that video. And if you like that one, that was the April box we threw up there. Well, guess what? I got the May box today, and it's even better. We're going to post that video up there on YouTube tomorrow. So make sure you sub us up, hit that notification so you get the hit that little bell so you get the notifications every time we drop a new video. After you do that, head over to Instagram, man. we're going to be posting a bunch of content here in the next couple weeks. You can follow us at STS Guys, follow us on Twitter at STS Guys, follow us on Facebook at the STS Guys, and I am Larry from the STS Guys.
Whoa, shilling like a villain.
I just talked a lot.
You did. That was a good stretch.
So you may see like the shill in the chat. It's just because I now have a button that I push it and it does it automatically.
That is awesome.
God love technology.
And congrats again to the Bongos. For winning this Bendy and the Ink Machine Pop. Next giveaway coming in about a week, guys. So again, sub us up on YouTube.
Super mega.
Where you get all the new information. Yeah, and it's going to be super mega.
All right, so I think that does it for episode 36 of the STS Guys. So for episode 36, I've been Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
And it's Scott.
And we're the STS Guys. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.